Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. KevyKev, we're with you again for another edition. It's Community Corner with KevyKev. Glad to be in the house with you. And man, I know I say I'm always excited, but I really am because we just getting back from the Evolution Festival, and we just had a great time. One of the few times that he comes out from behind the camera and kicks it with us and talks to us. We got my man Ed. Ed's in the house, of course, with Zulu Sports. How you doing, Ed?
Oh, I'm great. What's up, St. Louis?
See, Ed's in the house. And Elise is here, too. Elise is, of course, directing day. That's how Ed is able to get loose and get on the mic here and in front of the camera. But Elise is over there directing, and she was also at the Evolution Festival, and we just had a great time. Ed, man, just tell everybody it was just a great time. You tell them we saw some great talent there. It was fantastic.
Oh man, I think it lived up to the hype. You know, we had Steve Shankman on a few days before the festival, and man, it was. I think St. Louis represented well. You know, they had a diverse lineup of artists out there. You know, my favorite, Ice Cube, was out there, and one of the groups you grew up with, and the group that kicked it off, the Sugarhill gang.
Oh yeah,
we got to see them. I mean, man, I think they might have put on the best show.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome, and like I said, you had groups like the Black Keys, the Black Crows. It was awesome, and like you say, Ed, it was great to see Ice Cube doing his thing, and then Sugarhill. Oh man, we got to talk to Master G. Oh man, again, and they gave much love and shout outs to St. Louis. They gave a big shout out to the legend, of course, who was right here at KTZ, Jim Gates, for being the first to play their song. So man, it was just awesome. And again, big shout out to Steve Trinkman and Contemporary Productions. It was like he said it was going to be a couple of weeks ago. It was really awesome. Man.
Yeah, I'm already looking forward to next year.
Man, me too. And Ed, I think the numbers are over 25,000 that made it to the festival, and,
wow.
and you know, I know Steve they just exceeded their expectations. You know,
yeah,
with the attendance, with the sponsorships, and that's another thing too. It was great to see some of the businesses there and just doing it, and you know, you saw a lot of African American businesses there, and artists. It was really an outstanding time. We
a lot of politicians there.
Politicians were there. We saw the mayor. Mayor Jones was there. We saw State Representative Keisha Bosley was there. The Knuckles were there performing.
Shamim Hubbard was out there.
Absolutely.
And this may shock you. The chief of police was out there.
That's right. Chief Robert Tracy was there, who we found out is from the Bronx, of course, and a big hip hop fan. And man, he was all into the Sugarhill gang, and his wife as well. I mean, his wife was rapping. She had a hip hop, the hibbit. She had it down.
Yes, sir.
And the chief was bobbing his head too. Man, it was a good time. It was really special. And like you say, St. Louis showed out, and it was peace and it was love, Ed.
Yeah.
And that's all I could just really say. Is it was a good time, and I think we needed something like that. It was a little rough. Started off with the rain. We thought the rain was going to kind of put a damper on things, but it didn't. They just moved the times back. Everybody performed. Everybody showed up, and it was a great time.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was, and at least I know you. I don't know if you can get to the mic, but you had a good time over there too, right? She is it mic? Is it mic? Yeah.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. Is this mic on? Like the Ghetto Boys, right? Is this mic on? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fantastic time. Really glad I went.
That's awesome. So she got a chance to get in there and get in on some of the action. And Ed, I tell you, man, the Sugarhill gang performed. Master G, as you said, he really put on a show. We should say too that Wonder Mike, has been having some health situations, and we certainly wish him the very best. Back in New York, he wasn't able to travel on this particular tour, but wishing Wonder Mike the very best, and of course the late Big Bang Hank, of course, not with the group, of course, but they've got new members in those roles, and man, it was a sensational show. And I think Master G told us when he began, Ed, I want to say he was 17, 17.
I think so.
He's
Yeah.
he was again as his lyric goes. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I'm the baby of the bunch. That's true. He was, and he said he was still in high school when they made this that record in 1979. And I'd always heard it. I should have asked him, but I think he pretty much told us that they did that in one take.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Or he didn't tell us, but we were listening to an interview on the way over, and he said they went in the studio and did that on one take. And, he said the song was long, and people always ask, well, why is the song so long? They think they planned it out that way. He said, no, we was just too young and not knowledgeable enough to know that you're not supposed to make a song that long. So we just went in there and it flowed out of us.
It flowed out.
And what he said, it was 15 minutes.
15
the song
minutes.
15 minutes long.
Yeah, because as a kid, I remember they had a short. The short version was like 10 minutes, and then the extended long version was
about
15.
long as a Parliament record.
Right. Oh man, it was. And of course, when I was in high school, we had to learn all the lyrics because we'd be sitting in class. We'd be in algebra class rapping, man. That's it, the hip hop, the hip it. It was just like that, man. And you had to know all the lines. Have you ever went over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? Man, they had it. And it's amazing when you sit down and you think about that, to do that in one take, 15 minutes, man. And speaking of that, Ed, we had an outstanding time talking with Master G. We talked to the police chief, Chief Robert Tracy, first, and then you're going to hear from the one and only Master G from the Sugarhill gang, who was with us at the Evolution Fest. Visiting here with Chief Tracy. Chief, see you here at the festival here. You're a hip-hop fan.
Oh, I definitely am. So this, when you got the Sugarhill gang, Rapper's Delight is what we want to see. I know that from the Bronx, living there. So this is one of the mainstays. My wife made her own shirt today because she's from the Bronx. So we're here, and this is one of her dreams. She's never met them in person. So I have to come all the way to St. Louis as the chief to take care of my wife's wishes. And here I am. I couldn't be prouder to be the chief. Evolution, what's going on. Great city, great vibe in this city. And it's a special place that everybody should know about.
One question I got to ask, Chief, growing up in the Bronx, could you rap the whole song growing up?
She can rap the whole song, my wife Brenda. I get lost, I forget the words once in a while, and then I mumble them, and then I catch on to some of the lyrics, but I used to be able to do all the words.
All right, Chief, thanks so much. We are here, having a great time at the Evolution Festival. We are honored to get a chance to talk to the Hall of Famer, Master G from the historic, legendary group, the Sugarhill Gang. First of all, thanks so much for talking with us here, visiting with us. You just did a massive performance for St. Louis. First of all, I got to ask you, what do you think of St. Louis and the response today?
Oh, I love St. Louis. I used to live in Chicago, so I had a house in Chicago for about 15, 16 years, and I owned some businesses, so I used to do business out here. I employed a lot of people from St. Louis between 1994 and like 2005. So shout out to St. Louis. A lot of the people that know me from my other businesses, it's a great city, good people.
Yeah, they really were feeling Sugarhill.
Like you got one area called University.
I'm sorry, University of Missouri, St. Louis.
The area, yes.
Yeah.
So I got some people. I know some folks in that area.
Well, just
and East St. Louis too. Shout out to East St. Louis.
That's right.
Got to shout out East St. Louis.
You got to shout out East St. Louis.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, just talking with you, 1979 when Rapper's Delight comes out, you were just 17 then.
I was, yeah. I was 17. Yeah, I was junior year going to senior year, and we cut the record in the summer.
Wow.
Yep.
And could you, and you said it, you pretty much said this on the stage, but could you imagine that this would?
I had no clue. I thought it was going to be big in the New York metropolitan area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. They call that the tri-state. So I thought it would play on the tri-state radio stations. And I was DJing. I was a DJ back in those days. So I was high school dances, basement parties. That's why I said what I said on stage. Yeah. High school dances, basement parties, whoever would give me a chance, to do my thing, And so I thought it would be a way for me to get more DJ parties, more parties. And that would be that. I was going to finish school and go into the military. I was going to be a Marine. That was my goal.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I was going to travel.
Well, you know, St. Louis is one of the first cities outside New York to play. Jim Gates, DJ, played it here.
Shout out to Jim Gates. I remember I spoke to him many times. I've seen him many times and spoke to him many times and thanked him a bunch of times over because he definitely was one of the first people to break the record. Yes, I know that for a fact. That's why I said what I said on stage. This is an important city to me. In many ways.
Many ways.
Yes,
sir. And again, I grew up listening to it. Everybody the thing was you were in school, you'd be in class, you'd be in algebra class, and we knew the words to the whole song. Did that ever amaze the kids? I mean, like you said, 15-minute record, and the kids, they all knew they knew every lyric.
It's deep. It's crazy. Yes, it's really crazy. It's wild. Yeah, but we appreciate it.
So how have you kind of taken in this 50-year celebration of hip-hop, knowing that you and the Sugarhill Gang, of course, Wonder Mike, Big Bang Hank, you guys brought it to the world. How have you taken in this 50-year celebration?
Gracefully. We appreciate all the love and we appreciate what it's become and we appreciate the things that we're able to do as a result of it. This music has taken me all over the world and it's given me a phenomenal life. I've met some incredible people. I still have, several different businesses that I've been fortunate enough to work in and develop as a result of my notoriety. So it's very cool.
And as we see more and more on, of course, with this 50 years, as we said, on the history of the genre of hip hop, people early on were saying what you and Wonder Mike and Big Bang Hank, this is just a fad, it's going to fade away. Did you ever believe that though?
Like I said, I thought it would be popular in the tri-state. I didn't know it was going to be a global thing. Mike always tells everybody he knew it was going to be big, but I thought it was going to be just big in the tri-state. And like I compare it a lot to like go-go music in D.C. Okay. Like go-go music still lives and breathes heavily in the D.C. area. I actually live in the DMV. I live in the D.C. area, and so go-go music. I thought rap was going to be the same thing. It was going to be a regional thing, but of course, I was wrong.
Right. So when you look at it, though, you look at today's performers, what do you say? I mean, we get all kind of thoughts, the comments, the history that's come from it, the movements, the protests, and rap has been right there. When you take it all in, what does Master G think about that and the way it has affected culture, the society?
I think it's a direct representation of what it's always been. The voice of the people. It gave people that didn't have a voice. It changed people's lives. It's done things for people that they might not have these opportunities before. And the music speaks to what's going on. I talked about the things that I was, passionate about. I was a young suburb kid, I wanted to go on a date, I was trying to have a good time. But then, you gotta look how it went when it went to California and it got them to, that South Central area, Cube and all of them. They talked about what they knew. When Mel and Scorp got it and, they finally had the opportunity to speak, they talked about what they knew. So the same thing happened in Atlanta, all over the world.
And G, you said it global, because I understand, and congratulations to you and the group and the guys. You're about to head over to Europe and you're going to be honored there.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the Walk of Fame in Camden. In London, they're going to honor us. So we're going right after this. Yeah, we're going to head over.
And I know that you've had a lot of days. You're on a tour. Sugarhill, well and alive.
Oh yeah, we're thriving. We're thankful and grateful every day.
Okay, man. Thank you so much for the visit. I appreciate you. Yeah. It is truly an honor, and it is. You have you love the St. Louis. You know that. You saw it today.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
yes,
beautiful.
Sir.
Thank
All
you.
right, that is the man, the legend. All right, Sugarhill Gang, and you got it. There it is, Master G. Welcome back to Community Corner with KevyKev. A big thanks again to Master G, the Sugarhill Gang. Man, that was awesome. That was, boy, going back 1979. They did it. 15-minute track. And as we speak about those tracks, we got a gentleman here who can certainly speak about that. I know he was there playing it, doing his thing, DJing with it when it came out. But he's now here to talk about, this is it. This is the one. This is what you could call iHeart Super Bowl. This is in St. Louis. The Sista Strut, the 14th annual Sista Strut is coming, y'all, October the 7th. And we are happy now, Ed, to have joining us here. He's not used to being in this role on this side of the microphone, but he's the program director, of course, of Hallelujah 1600, 100.3 The Beat, Black Information Network, Magic 104.9 HD2, and I won't even say all the other cities he's in all over the country. But the pre-D, the program director, BJ the DJ. What's up, BJ?
Wait a minute, man. You know, you have to say the name a different way now, because on last Thursday I received a Living Legend Award. So now it's BJ the Legendary DJ.
Let me get that right. BJ the Legendary DJ. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, well, congratulations on that.
Well, thank you, man. They got the young folks say, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, man, we know you are busy, man, getting ready for the 14th annual Sista Strut, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you work for this all year long, man. This is it.
This is it, man. I've been involved with Sista Strut all 14 years. Started out with it in 2009 when I was a part of that. And just a backstory, we thought we'll get maybe about 200 or 300 people there. We ended up getting 3,000 people over in Forest Park. Wow. And the one thing that made me really take it very, very seriously and wanted to see what I can do to assist in these efforts and bringing this awareness was that it began to rain that day, and the women didn't move. And everybody know about black women. It started raining. Got to go. That hair. I mean, they didn't move. I mean, they stood there. So that was a powerful moment, and I just said, man, I got to do everything I can to make sure that I bring awareness, and then I had to get educated, you know what I'm saying, on breast cancer and how it affects black women, that type of thing. So we just been doing it ever since. Prior to COVID, we had we used to have almost like about 8,000 or 9,000 people assembling. Mm-hmm. So last year, we got up to about 4,000. This year, we're shooting for 6,000 people to sign up.
Oh, yeah. And last year was your first year back after COVID, because did you do it virtual? We
did a virtual in 2020, and then we did a car parade 2021, and then we did the actual walk, and then we added the car parade in 2022 last year. Mm-hmm. And the reason for the car parade is it came from the car parade that we did in 2021. What we found is a lot of the survivors loved that because a lot of them felt like when we do the walk, they're not able to participate. Sure. So them being able to ride in a car along the route, allows them to be able to participate, because a lot of them come, they're freshly out out of chemo. They just had a treatment that week, and that type of thing. So so that's how we got to the car parade and walk.
And BJ, I think it's great that you and iHeart have done such a great job with the educating, just like you said, educating us about breast cancer and educating our community, our sisters about it. And I know you are quite involved with the medical teams and staff about it. And so just talk about that whole piece of the whole Sista Strut event, how you and iHeart involved with the medical professionals and getting information out.
Well, what it is that we have doctors from like SSM, Simon Cancer Center, BJC, Washington University, that we have access to, and they're able to give a lot of information to educate us and educate the community on how breast cancer affects, the black women. One of the things that we're finding now is that it's hitting women at a younger age. Just to piggyback off, to go back to last year, we had a young lady, 28, found out she had breast cancer. It's going to be our very first Sista Strut. She was excited. She was ready to go. Yeah. 2 days before the walk, she died, and she was 28. And then, there are women that we know, and I know personally, who's had double mastectomies at the age of 33. So it's hitting women younger, and we're trying to push this message that early detection saves lives. I have a cousin that I didn't even know she was my cousin. Didn't even know it. We found out, did an interview with her. She had stage 0 breast cancer. So, everybody know about 1, 2, 3, and 4, but nobody thinks about stage 0. I just found out this year that women need to start looking at their family history, not only for breast cancer, but if on the father's side or the mother's side, if there was prostate cancer, because that can be passed on and a person can develop a female can develop breast cancer.
Oh, because of the male having
having prostate cancer in his family. So we just recently found that out. So there's a lot of information that's coming out. And then I had, an episode as well in 2020 on March 13th when they were shutting down the world. I was laying on the table and I just found out, through an interview today that I had a lumpectomy. You know what I mean? I just thought they just pulled a lump out, but no, you know what I'm saying? And the doctor was like, no, you had a lumpectomy. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. So I had to have a mammogram myself, and I say this in a jokingly way, but I did have to have a mammogram. And as soon as I say that, everybody started looking at me. I'd be like, I know I ain't got no extensions, but... But I had to have a mammogram, That machine found something to squeeze down on.
Yeah.
And then I had to have an ultrasound, had to have a biopsy, and then I had to have the surgery. So, all these things took place with me. But what I found out as we looked to think about, people with cancer is what women go through every month mentally, waiting on that result, after they get that mammogram. So that's what Sista Strut is all about. It is about letting survivors know that they are not alone, letting the families know they are not alone, that we're all in this fight together. We celebrate our survivors, and we remember those who have passed on. And it's just a big celebration. We're looking for everybody to come out October 7th, SistaStrutSTL.com. You need to register now. Because, there's going to be a cutoff date for the registration if you want to get your registration packet prior to the walk. You want to make sure you got it for the walk. So there's going to be a cutoff date. So, yeah.
So do you want to get it registered early because you won't be able to walk up that day? You want to do it early?
You want to do it early because you want to make sure that you have your T-shirt, your water bottle, and your bag. Yeah. Before the walk.
We're
going to leave the registration open all the way to, the walk. You can walk up and register that day, but you won't get your packet until later.
T-shirt.
Yeah,
you want your T-shirt.
So we want the T-shirts because we want everybody to be in that T-shirt. We want to flood downtown with a lot of green. Okay. The T-shirts are green. Matter of fact, the logo this year is a silhouette of a face. It doesn't have, the woman doesn't have a face. Because the messaging is that breast cancer can affect anybody. It doesn't have like, oh, I'm just going to go to this person. No, anybody can get breast cancer. Absolutely. Even men.
Right. You told us that, right? Even men. So men have been, and of course, you welcome men to come out and support the sisters too, right?
Yeah, we do. We want men to come on out, and be a part of this. We want women to become part of this. We want kids to be a part of this. We want everybody. We know that we focus on the black community with Sista Strut, but we want everybody to know the breast cancer affect any and everybody. So any and everybody can register.
Every color.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. So, but the emphasis is on the black community, and the death rate is more than 60% now. Of black women who are dying from breast cancer.
And then your funds go into research and support for the women who are going through.
Yeah, we do. It goes into research. It goes into, we have like the Breakfast Club. We have Pink Angels that are organizations that deal directly with breast cancer survivors and their families. When we talk about emotional support, we talk about being able to have with bills and stuff like that, and just being that mental support as well.
Absolutely, and I just watching you. We come to the station, we watch you work. I mean, we've been around since February, but you were talking about Sista Strut back then, getting ready, and so I know it's like all year.
It's a year-round thing for me, man. Yeah. It's a year-round deal for me. I don't stop. I don't quit, because as much information as we can get out about this disease that is hurting the African-American community, I just think that the better people can be educated, women will go get their mammograms. And like we say, early detection, we used to say early detection is key. We now say early detection saves lives.
Oh, wow. That's it. Early detection. And it is Sista Strut 14th annual. And I think this is outstanding, B, that you and the station and iHeart have been able to just continue this. It's a tradition now in the community. I'm sure they've been. I can only imagine the kind of calls and emails, texts, and social media requests you've been getting about it.
Well, we get a lot of emails, we get a lot of requests, but the most important thing about it, when you have a staple event in your city, is when you pick up the phone and you call anybody and you say, "Hey, we're doing our 14th annual." Yes. Sista Strut, and they're going, yes, right after you say Sista Strut. Whatever it is you need, we got it. So you have something, and the community looks forward to it every year. Mm-hmm. Everybody looks forward to it, Big. I mean, it's just there's a major celebration. It pulls on every emotion that you have in your body, and I'm just so honored that I was chosen. To be this person, I was chosen, you know what I mean? And it's an honor to be the person that was chosen to do this.
Yeah, that's great. And it will start down. What's the location where everything will start downtown?
Well, we're going to be at the People's Health Center and Walmart Main Stage right there at 15th and Chestnut.
15th and Chestnut.
We'll be at 15th and Chestnut for the pep assembly. The Sista Strut Breast Cancer Walk is the entire thing is sponsored by Brown and Crouppen. We'll have vendors there on Vendors Row where people will come, be able to visit the vendors. Sitemen will be back on site. They're going to have the Sista Strut sunglasses they're going to be giving away. So
Sista Strut sunglasses,
yeah, we got Sista Strut sunglasses. So it's going to be great.
That is great. And I know as you prepare and you count down, I mean you're only about a month away now. As you get closer and closer, I know you're bringing more and more medical professionals in to continue to inform and educate the community.
Yeah, we are. We got many medical professionals, and then there will be different vendors down there for you. Financial, whether it's financial, whether it's you need assistance on your electric bill, your gas bill, or whatever. When we talk about healthcare facilities will be there as well. The biggest thing that I enjoy, we have St. Louis City Fire Department, we have St. Louis City Police Department, we have the DEA, we have the Missouri Highway State Patrol, Highway Patrol there. We have St. Louis County be there. All of them doing community stuff. And this year we're looking to have the FBI there as well, to do some community stuff as well. So I always tell people, Sista Strut is pretty much the safest place in St. Louis. When you think about that, you know what I mean?
Right. You have a lot of first responders.
Yeah, we have a lot of first responders there. And, they literally they donate their time, so it's a big community. Pretty much what it does is it really literally brings the entire community together for one day to celebrate our survivors and remember those who passed on. So that's what Sista Strut is all about.
And again, I know that you are, as you mentioned early on, to start an interview about early detection and preparation, and that's what you continue to put out there, right?
Yeah, and we can't do any of this without our volunteers. So we do have a slew of volunteers. If people want to volunteer, they can definitely volunteer. They can contact me, BJ at iHeartMedia.com, and we're really appreciative of our volunteer T-shirt sponsor, which is the Salvation Army. They sponsor our volunteer T-shirts every year, so we really look forward to it and really appreciate the Salvation Army as well.
And again, one last time too, BJ, if you want to get registered, and as he said, you want to get registered early so you can get that outstanding T-shirt. You want to have that while you're doing it. And how far is the walk?
It's a 3K, man.
3K? Oh, okay.
3K.
Okay. We can handle
3K
that
walk.
right, Ed. You can handle that.
Yeah,
We'll get in shape for it.
yeah.
Right.
But I'm looking for you. You guys going to be down there, right?
Yeah, we do. You know, we always you usually always have a great warm up. Who's warming everybody up this year? Have you decided that yet?
Well, I haven't decided that yet. You know, I got a lot of people, so you know, I don't know who the headline is going to be this year. You know,
Getting everybody stretched out.
just getting everybody stretched out. You know what I mean? I know my man. He's supposed to be coming back. Q is supposed to be coming back.
Okay.
I have a young lady by the name of Peaches who wants to do some warm up as well. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll have on the stage. We're gonna have to figure out who's going to start all the different performances and who the headliner going to be. I think I'm gonna be the headliner. I'm just gonna say it.
You're a legend.
I'm
Now
gonna
you
be
can do that.
let the legendary BJ the TJ be the headliner this year. I think I'm gonna be the headliner.
I think
man.
so. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna cap it off. You know, get on stage, do a little something.
But you know what, Sir Mix-a-Lot used to say, what did he say? The big balls with the hot sauce, right?
No, I don't know about that, but I just gonna be the headliner. You know?
No, that's gonna be awesome. So it is the 14th annual Sista Strut with iHeartMedia. BJ, the legendary BJ, the DJ, is going to be there. And again, to register B, what should they do?
Go to sistastrutstl.com. Make sure you check out all the information up there, because the information on the site is going to tell you how to register. It's going to tell you when registration stops. It's going to tell you how you can pick up. It's going to show you the route. It's going to tell you all the information about Sista Strut. But more importantly, sistastrutstl.com. Hit the register now button. Go ahead and get your registration on. You can build your team. And then the person with the most members on their team, we're going to give them a trophy that day for bringing the most awareness to breast cancer. So a trophy up for grabs. And then this year, because of last year, we did the wobble. So Ed, Kevy, y'all better get ready, man, because y'all got to learn it. You got to go online. Got to learn it.
Is that part of the warm-up? The wobble is part
No,
of
we're not doing the wobble this year, man. We're doing the Tamia Come Dance With Me slide. We're doing the Tamia slide this year. You know, close the door. I can't get enough of you.
Hey, at least look like she know that.
Yeah, she know it. She know it. So y'all got to look at the tutorial videos, because I'm putting y'all on stage, man. I'm telling you now. You know, when we get ready to do it, my entire staff needs to know how to do the Tamia slide.
Is Cuddy do it too?
Cuddy doing it too.
Okay.
Cuddy doing it. You know, Nitty doing it. I'm also make Pruitt and Reverend Daryl Gray do it.
Oh, they gonna do it. Reverend gonna do it?
I'm gonna make Freeman do it. I'm gonna make Brother Shaheed do it. I'm making everybody that's working with me over at iHeartMedia St. Louis. All of y'all got to be a Sista Strut, and you got to be ready to do the Tamia slide. Come dance with me. That's all I'm saying. SistaStrutSTL.com. I just messed up Kevy Day today. And now he's going, Lord Jesus, help me. I got to learn. I got 15. He got about 15 to 20 left feet with 30 right feet.
That's right. You should have saw me trying to stay up there with Sugarhill. Ed had it down. He was getting down with Ice Cube, but man, I tell you,
SistaStrutSTL.com. That's all I got to say, man. It's going to be a great evening.
It is. All right, you got it, y'all. From BJ, the legendary DJ, BJ the DJ, you got it. It's happening. 14th annual Sista Strut, October the 7th. It's going to all begin at 15th and Chestnut. 3K, and we can do that. So y'all come on out and support the cause, support the sisters. We're looking forward to seeing you there. All right, we're gonna take a time out, come back. We got a few more moments from the Evolution Fest. Couple of surprises. We talked to a couple of artists, and then we're gonna wrap it up with a couple more guests we had. So that's all coming up more. It's the Community Corner with KevyKev.
It's your man, Uncle Fred, right here, and you're checking out the Community Corner right here on iHeartRadio. And this is my man, KevyKev.
It's KevyKev and the Community Corner. Back at you here. Again, before we wrap up this last segment, we want to go back out to the Evolution Festival, as we just had a fantastic time in Forest Park. Big shout out to Steve Shankman and the crew there for an outstanding festival that they put on. And a couple of guests that we talked to. We had an excellent time we interviewed and talked with We Are Root Mod, outstanding up-and-coming group. I mean, they do it all from neo soul to R&B, the hip-hop. Had a great time talking with them. We were with MC Trey and Bianca B, and look out for them. But make sure you keep them on the radar. They got some great things going on with their music, and you can follow them, of course, on their social media. Also, some great Q from 5 Aces BBQ. I mean, a terrific barbecue Philly.
The
Boy,
brisket.
it was awesome. The brisket.
Philly.
Oh, my goodness. It was awesome, man. Wasn't it good? Man, that was just great. And then talk about a wonderful, just simply creative artist, Brock Seals. You probably have seen some of his murals and work around town. I know he did the murals, which was a tribute to the students at Central Vision Performing Arts High School, and he just does incredible work. He also is doing some shoes that Luther Burden, the Mizzou football outstanding wide receiver running back, will wear in their season opener. So Brock Seals, shout out there. We talked to all of them, so check out those interviews. And again, this is from the Evolution Festival.
I just got here today, but I was here last night. I got to see the Black Crows. I got to see Black Keys. I just slightly missed Ice Cube, but I'm really excited to see Brandon Carlisle. But I love the festival in general. I mean, I think the activations are amazing. I love how they support local artists, such as my friend here, Brock Seals. And I don't know, it feels really, really good. I know that Lou Fest was, something that we loved, and so to have a really good replacement that still feels like home is really good. So
Awesome. Great.
I'm an artist, so I love all types of music, and it's obviously a lineup that for some may feel like, okay, I need to educate myself, but these are like classic, like industry shifting artists that I appreciate and I love. And I got to go to after party last night and see them DJ and just kind of be amongst the people in St. Louis. And there was just so much love and excitement. And so it made me more excited today to come back. So
Awesome. Now, what kind of artist are you?
So I'm a soul singer. Yeah, I'm a lead singer for We Are Root Mod, and we do soul, hip hop, funk, R&B, fusion. So we are inspired by the likes of Marvin Gaye, but also Coldplay, also Maroon 5, but then also Sly and the Family Stone and Shaka Khan, and just that mix and that combination. I think that that's kind of the cool part about this festival is that you can be any type of artist and have any type of cultural background and come and still appreciate the music that is represented here.
So how you been enjoying this festival?
I mean, I'm loving the festival right now, man. It's very cool, eclectic, man. It's a lot of different local vendors and stuff going on too. Like my dog Brock Seals, man. So it's always good to see St. Louis, showing its good side. The good side, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. What you think of Ice Cube?
Sadly, I missed Ice Cube. I'm gonna keep it real and raw.
Okay.
We missed Ice Cube. We came right at the end, but I listened to Ice Cube on the way over though, and I had a whole personal concert as I was late. But man, OG, that's the OG, man. I wish we could have kind of caught him, man. We got to catch him again though. Hopefully, bring him back soon. Bring him back next year, y'all, so I can see him. All right, bet.
Well, we got a little bit of insight, a track on We Are Root Mod. Tell us, your flavor. We just heard you all do, y'all do a great mix, I should say, of basically all types of music, right?
Man, hip hop, jazz, funk, soul. The gospel is always the foundation and the roots of it all too. So y'all talk to her. You see the beautiful lead singer B. But again, man, I come to bring the hip hop aspect. You know what I mean? So that's why I come to contribute my piece to the puzzle, man. To make the big picture it's a masterpiece. But definitely got to tap in. We Are Root Mod. Listen to all the music. Stream it now. If you're hearing me now, type it in. We Are Root Mod, and you'll find your new favorite song. I promise you.
You got it. We Are Root Mod. Find them on all the social medias, right?
Social, yes, sir. And your mama, your auntie, your kids, uncle, TT, them, Pookie, them, they all gonna like it. They got something for everybody, man. So don't sleep. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Make sure y'all tap in. For sure. All love, MC Trey. St. Louis, what's up? Evolution Fest. What's up, OG? Yeah, let's go.
I'm Latasha Ellis. My husband, Antonio Ellis, and we own 5 Aces Venue and Smokehouse. Many people might know us as 5 Aces BBQ. We're having a new location opening up down on Laclede's Landing, 724 North 1st Street. It's going to be a venue and restaurant, and it's opening this fall. We also have a food truck that we operate, and so people can book us to come to any of their special events, corporate events. We do corporate lunches almost every day. And so we're here at Evolution Festival. So the brisket Philly, my husband, he smokes our brisket over an open flame using wood and charcoal. So we don't use gas grills. We're doing it old school style here. And so it gives our brisket a lot of flavor. And so we use brisket to make our Phillies. They can find us on social media at 5 Aces BBQ, and you spell out 5 Aces BBQ. And our website is www.5acesbbq.com.
Okay, so we are visiting with, I'm sorry, your name again?
I'm Brock Seals.
Brock Seals.
Yes, sir.
So, Brock, obviously you're an artist here.
Yes, sir. I'm an artist here from St. Louis. I'm here at Evolution Fest, painting some shoes live, and I got a bunch of other stuff on display, artwork.
That is out. So usually, Brock, your customers, will they bring you a shoe and then you go to work on it, or do you create them and then they come and purchase them? How does it work?
So it's a little bit of both. For the people who know what they want, they let me know how they want them done. But for the people who don't know what they want, I got a wide variety of different designs, and I can, just freestyle something for them.
Wow. So it just you just getting creative. They have to give you a pretty good idea of what they want, and then you.
Sometimes they just say, "Hey, I like these certain colors," and they say, "Just do your thing." So that's when I do my best work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the business again?
Well, I'm Brock Seals. I just go by my name. I'm an artist here in St. Louis. I'm on social media, brockseals.com. Brock Seals, you can just Google me. I'll pop up.
All right, man, this is great. You been enjoying the festival too?
Man, I've been enjoying it, man. I was only supposed to be here yesterday, but I did so good. I was like, hey, I got to come back. So I'm back for the second day, man, and we having a good time out here.
What'd you think of Ice Cube?
Oh, Ice Cube a legend, man. I was in here. I had to get out my seat for that. I got out my seat a little bit and was able to catch a little bit of it. But, man, Ice Cube a legend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Brock, thanks so much, man, and continued success. Again, that was some of our great fun and interviews that we had at the Evolution Festival. And Ed, man, we just talked about it. It was just a sensational time. But before we get out of here, I know we only have a few minutes left here. We were having some interesting discussions. We were on our way to the festival. We were talking about Ice Cube and just where he is. And I know he's one of your all-time favorites, mine too. But you said some profound things. I'm going to let you tell the audience what you said about Ice Cube.
Well, I just want to first of all say, man, this was a pleasure for me because Ice Cube is like one of my top two of all time rappers. Him and Tupac. I don't think he gets enough credit in the list of GOAT discussions. Mm-hmm. You don't see his name very high up, but for me, I think as a storyteller, as an artist, I think he deserves to be, if not in the number one spot, near that number one spot.
No question about it. I don't disagree with you on that at all. I mean, he telling the story, and you made this statement. You said that you saw him, if you will, as a bit of the Malcolm X of hip hop.
Yeah, the Malcolm X of hip hop. Well, people that know Malcolm X, they know he said what was on his mind. He was raw. He was unapologetic. And Ice Cube's music was the same way, especially my favorite album, which I believe is the greatest hip-hop album of all time, Death Certificate. It was just it's brash, in your face. I mean, he said a lot of things that offended a lot of people, but it was his perspective as a young black male growing up in America. And he just kind of put it in his words of basically how we come up. So that's why I compare him to Malcolm X. Both people who, again, didn't apologize for what they said. They stood on what they believed, didn't back down from anybody. So,
that's interesting too when you say it, because he said what was on his mind, and you and I had a discussion about, and I know we're going to run out of time, but we're having a discussion about the whole term gangster rap, about who created that and who placed it on whom, and I'll let you respond to that because I know time is running out. Because one of the things, I'll just say this and I'll be done, be quiet. One of the things he said in the concert was he started this stuff. I'll just say it that way.
Yeah, he has a song, hello, I started this gangster, you know. And my question is, who created that terminology, gangster rap? And I think that's probably another discussion for another day. But my belief is that's a terminology that was created by the industry because they really couldn't define, I guess, that sense of anger that he was putting out in his music. And they couldn't understand why he was so angry, so they had to create a box to put him in, per se. Just like any other artist, they say, okay, this artist does, let's say, Tribe Called Quest does neo soul, or Public Enemy was political music. Well, NWA, Ice Cube, they were so-called gangster. So I think
we had to put a label on something. Right?
Yeah, people are comfortable with labels, and especially things that we don't understand or that we're afraid of. You try to put a label on it so that you can relate to it more, or so that you can kind of demonize it for the people that you don't want them to influence.
Do you put Tupac in the gangster category too, or they put him in that box?
There are a lot of artists who got pushed over into the gangster rap category that I don't feel like they deserve that categorization. And again, that's another discussion for another day, because there's so many dynamics to why I feel like and Elise pointed this out, is always with the black artists, they create these negative terminologies. Because I mean, if you say gangster on the street, there's a negative connotation to that. But my question was earlier in their careers, especially Tupac, Ice Cube, their music was political, and how did they get from sharing their political viewpoints to being labeled as gangsters?
All right, we're going to have to leave it there because I had something I want to say, but we can't. We're short on time. All right, that's Ed. Thanks, Ed. Big shout out to him. And, of course, Elise, she's at the controls directing today, so big shout out there. KevyKev, the Community Corner. We'll catch you next time.